Welcome to Too Fond of Books. My name is Janelle, and this is the follow-up to a video that I posted recently of my top 10 best average rated books on Goodreads with more than 500 ratings. In this video, I am going to do my top 10 lowest average rated books on Goodreads with more than 500 ratings. Now that idea came to me from Berna at Berna's Bookish Adventures, and I thought it was a great idea. And when I redid my list, so you'll notice that there was I did a previous video with just the straight top 10 lowest average rated books. It didn't matter how many ratings they had. When I did it with books that had more than 500 ratings, there are 9 different books on this list. I find that so fascinating. So, coming in at number 10 is The Necropolis Railway. This is an Edwardian historical mystery, and I know exactly why I picked this book, because the Necropolis Railway is a real thing that I found really fascinating. It was built in the Victorian era, and it did run into the Edwardian era before it shut down. And it was a dedicated railway that went from London direct to a cemetery outside the city, and it took coffins and mourners directly to the cemetery, which is why it was called the Necropolis Railway. This has an average rating of 3.14, and I gave it a 3. Now, this could also be from the era when I just gave every book a 3 because I was adding it onto Goodreads and I couldn't remember. This is a book that's piqued my interest. I'm going to reread it and see how my rating changes. Coming in at number 9 is The Watsons and Emma Watson. So it's the fragment written by Jane Austen and then the story completed by Joan Aiken. This has an average rating of 3.13. I gave it 2.5 stars. It was okay, but I didn't really like it. I'm really hit and miss with Joan Aiken's retellings of Jane Austen. Sometimes I really like them, and other times I just don't like where she goes with the story or the characters. Coming in at number 8 is Isle of Dogs. This is a book by Patricia Cornwell, but it's not one of her Kay Scarpetta series. This has an average rating of 3.13, and I gave it a 2. I didn't like it. Coming in at number 7 is Olivia Jewell and the Overactive Imagination. This is a book by Helen Fielding, who wrote the Diary of Bridget Jones' Diary. That has an average rating of 3.13, and I gave it a 4. I liked it. I thought it was fun. Coming in at number 6 is Murder in the Snow, also called Groaning Spinney by Gladys Mitchell. This has an average rating of 3.09, and I gave it a 2.5. It was okay, but it just took too long to solve the mystery. Coming in at number 5 is Eliza's Daughter, also by Joan Aiken. This is her continuation, let's say, of Sense and Sensibility. It has an average rating of 3.04, and I gave it a 1. I did not like that book. I really didn't like what she did with the characters from Sense and Sensibility. Coming in at number 4 is The Secret Guests by Benjamin Black. This is a historical mystery about the princesses during the Blitz, and in this story it's imagined that they were sent for a time to Ireland for their protection during the Blitz, and then a mystery happens in the household where they are staying. This one has an average rating of 3.04, and I gave it a 4. Coming in at number 3 is The Case of the Missing Books by Ian Sansom. This is the first in his bookmobile series. What is it called? A guy from England who's a librarian gets sent to Ireland? I think Ireland. Ireland or Scotland. Now I can't remember. Ireland, I think. And he thinks that he's going there to manage a branch of the library, and it turns out that he's expected to drive a mobile library, and I thought it was really fun. It has an average rating of 3.02, and I gave it 4. Coming in at number 2 is The Norfolk Mysteries, also by Ian Sansom. This is the first in his travel guides series, historical mystery set in the 30s. In each book in the series, they go to a different county, and in this one, obviously, they're in Norfolk. This one has an average rating of 2.99, and I gave it 3.5. And then coming in at number 1 is The Pleasures of Men, also a historical mystery. I don't remember this one at all. It has an average rating of 2.8. I gave it a 3. My guess is that this is another one that I added in when I was just plugging in books that I'd read, and I gave it a 3. So there you have it. This list has 9 different books. The only one that's the same is The Pleasures of Men from my previous video. So what do you think? I find it fascinating to look at how different it is when you choose books that have an average that have more than 500 ratings. So yeah, let's chat Goodreads in the comment section. Let's chat ratings, and let's chat these books because they're the lowest rated books, but a lot of them I actually really enjoyed. So yeah, let's talk about that. Have you read any of these books? Let's chat in the comment section down below, and I will see you for another video soon. Bye.